Perfect, and thanks everyone for joining. I know, at least for myself, I've got about an hour left until the holiday, so I appreciate everyone taking this time and spending it here with us. So just briefly on our Partner in Residence program, for those not familiar, it's relatively new to Adept. Like I said, we started this practice in April. Basically, the Partner in Residence program, we dedicate a consultant to your team, and it kind of gives you access to our entire group. So over the 100 engineers that we have on staff here at Adept Packaging, we guide you through that value design model to identify areas of inefficiencies, redundancies, supplier network gaps, material expenditures, areas to kind of improve within the packaging design. We'll focus on that a little bit today. So I'm joined here with Jeff, as he was introduced, with the Royal Group, and part of Partner in Residence, we have a preferred supply base, and then they're certainly a great partner to us with some of their capabilities.
Hey everybody, so the very quick overview on the Royal Group. We are actually owned by Schwarz Partners Limited. We're the converting arm of Schwarz Partners, but they also have interest in paper mills, sheet feeders for corrugated sheets, and venture logistics for transportation. I'm out of the Montgomeryville office, previously Mid-Atlantic Packaging, as stated before, and we've only been in the family here for a year, and so far so good.
Perfect. So as I mentioned, the Adept Group and the Partner Residence Program, we follow this holistic approach to margin improvement. And within that, 4 different main buckets that we focus on. First one being around straight procurement. So that's financial analysis, supplier auditing. And we'll talk a little bit about that today around, making sure you've got the right supply partner and the right capabilities within that. The second being obviously packaging around material analysis, component analysis, the bill of materials design analysis. Like I said, we'll walk through these case studies and kind of highlight different areas of those, of how we use design and engineering outside of just straight sourcing to lower total landed cost. We also have a team that focuses on operations, that's production costs, OEE, line efficiencies, any immobilized capital, any process efficiencies, and on supply chain distribution costs and shipping efficiencies, so focusing on logistics around maximizing pallets and trucks going out the door. So like I said, kind of the 3 main things we're going to focus on today is that material reduction through design innovation. Typically clients that engage with us, we're seeing about a 15 to 20% reduction in material. We're doing that a couple different ways. That's working with specialized suppliers that have unique and different converting equipment. We go to a lot of corrugated facilities. I'm sure a lot of people on the call have as well. While they're very similar, they typically at least have a machine or 2 that's unique to them. So it's really working to really understand your needs as the client and what you need out of the supply base and working with the right supply base for what you're trying to do. Designs that reduce the number of components kind of goes with that converting equipment. Can we reduce the number of components? Can we bring stuff within the capabilities of that equipment? And, oops, sorry, window popped up on my side. Designs that reduce the number of components around that and consolidation into blank sizes and blank spaces. Especially like gluing equipment that we're allowed to glue in line, and we'll talk about that as well. And with the ultimate goal of not sacrificing the quality performance. So how do we reduce material but still maintain quality through that supply chain? And then design innovations, both online and offline execution. Second kind of major area that we look at is labor reduction, throughput and setup efficiencies. So typically, what we've seen is that 25 to 30% increase in the throughput. So what is that? Innovative quick setup designs. How can we, maybe some unique gluing opportunities, just increasing line speeds all the way through, receiving the product all the way through. Staffing reduction, same thing. If we can kind of tweak the designs, how can we reduce the amount of line labor? A lot of our clients use temporary labor in this position with, high call-out rates. So how can we help reduce the need for that hands-on assembly in the line? And then on the selling more too, how do we increase in-store events, maximizing pallet quantities, maximizing the amount of product in the packaging, less changeovers at the store, just increasing the ability to sell more at the retail level. And we always look at automation. There's different levels of automation. It doesn't have to be fully autonomous robotic lines, but is there simple steps along the way that we can optimize the process, some simple robotics, some simple automation equipment that we can integrate into the lines to increase throughput and reduce labor costs.